essential for all businesses, but it's even more important for the startups. Unless people know about your startup and what it does, they won't buy your product or services. Also, statistics show that the more than 4.48 billion people use social media. So it's important to incorporate this channel into a startup. As your presence on social media grows, more people will see and recognize it. So, without wasting any minute, let's get to this session. And I would like to call upon Assistant Director of Training and Placement Cell, Mr. Aditya Veer Singh, sir, to welcome our honorable speaker, Mr. Om Puran, sir. Sir, please.
Thank you, Nishant. Warm welcome to our today keynote speaker, Mr. Om Puran. As Mr. Om Puran is working as the Director of Marketing at S Square System, which is a software solution provider. And Mr. Om Puran is in like a corporate marketing executive with more than 18 plus years of experience in the industry. And he has worked with some top brands of the world, such as Deloitte Consulting, DXC Technologies, Yes Technologies, and played a very important role in these companies. Mr. Om Puran holds an MBA degree from IIM Kozhikode, and he's also certified in advertising and PR from MICA, MICA. And he has done his Bachelor of Engineering in Electronics and Communication. So basically, he's an engineer plus an MBA graduate and having a vast experience in the marketing field. So I request Mr. Om Puran to come over and take the stage and share your expertise and the knowledge which you have gained to the our participants. Mr. Om Puran.
Thank you so much, Dr. Aditya. And it's a privilege to be a part of such a kind of a forum and share my experience and insights. And I'll try and I'll just considering or assuming the fact that the audience primarily they have some knowledge of marketing or no knowledge of marketing, or they are experts of marketing. So I have tried to take a middle path. Maybe some of the content would be quite elementary, quite basic, and for people who already know what digital marketing is all about and how it can be correctly mapped with the requirement of the startups and firms who are into the small and medium business segments, and how and I'll also cover some key concept of traditional or stuff that mostly which are covered by academics, and then we would look at some of the key aspects of digital and social media marketing in today's context. Okay, so with this, maybe I think it won't be necessary for me to, on the video, but maybe it would be a bit distracting. So I'm just turning off my video and I'll try and share my screen. I have put a presentation for this session. So let me share that with you. Just let me know if you're able to view my screen.
Yes, it's visible.
Is my
yes.
Great. All right. So I guess I'm pretty much this topic was provided to me by your team, and so we are going to examine all these key facts, and we are going to connect all these pieces together: marketing, social media management, digital marketing. Although I did not put the term digital marketing within the title or the headline, but still, social media marketing is a part of digital marketing, and it is also equally relevant. And, the stuff that, as I mentioned at the beginning, that we are going to cover would be primarily some basic idea about what marketing is all about, and the scope of marketing and its importance, and and what are the key functions of marketing altogether, and a bit on some of the key communication framework. I guess that should be enough for us in order to understand marketing. I don't want to make the session more academic and more lecture oriented, which is just talking about what marketing is about, and maybe all those things you already know. Right. So with this, start with the first question of the day. What exactly is marketing? Right. I mean, what is it? I mean, some people would say that selling is marketing. Some would say that, okay, branding can be called as marketing. Some would say, let's say, digital marketing is marketing. Okay. But from a context or from a, concept standpoint, how do we define marketing? Now, the key here is like the heart of any business success lies in the marketing. So obviously it has got some connection with the business. Now, business, how do we define business? First of all, I mean, business, somebody who is engaging in buying or selling things, and there is in this process a transaction happens, and the transaction and what are the things which are getting transacted? It can be a product or it can be a service, right? Now, we can say that marketing can be a process, a product or a service is introduced and promoted to potential customers. Okay. Now, that can be one definition of marketing. Now, let's make it generic. Now, your business may offer the best product or services in your industry, but without knowledge of your potential customers, how would you take it to them? So this knowledge or the intelligence about the customers, the concept or the application or the I would say the intelligence gathering about the customer is known as market research. So market research also can be a part of marketing. Now, as I started off the conversation with the fact that people often get confused between marketing, sales, advertising, promotion. Now, there are certain differences between all of these activities. Now, let's examine it in a broader way. Now, you can see now this particular definition is from AMA, which is American Marketing Association. Now, AMA, I would say they are the bodies or the bodies who are involved with the development of best practices within the marketing community, within the community of marketers. Now, they have defined marketing in a much more broader term, more than advertising, selling, market research. Now, according to AMA, there are three important activities which are within marketing. Now, the first is to create offering. Second is to communicate the offering. And third, to deliver the offering. Now, how do we define creation of offering? Now, it is a process of working with, departments within the firm to develop the offerings. And, what is the central point of all these offerings? Not to sell it or take it to the customer, or the consumers or the audience, but develop offerings or in terms of product or services that are able to provide value to the customers. Now, that's value. Underlying statement of marketing. The core of marketing is to provide value or give value or bring value for the customers. Now, that is what we mean by creation of offering. Now, next, when we are talking about communicating the offering, now creation of offering, let me again, give you some of the key components of creation of offering. Now, this is a place where your things or concept like product development, R&D, those concept of product marketing, they come into picture. Now, let's get into the concept of communicating offering. Now, communication of offering, as it is there within the name itself, communicate means to pass on the message or to tell good things about the product or the service. Now, it is the process of describing the offerings to the customers. Now, this process of describing the offering to the customers, key components like advertising, promotion. Now, that is where you have that term called social media promotion, push marketing, pull marketing, inbound marketing, everything, all those things are dealing with MarCom, or in a broader sense, it's marketing communication. So communication also plays an important role within the umbrella of marketing. And that is where your pieces of advertising, PR, brand building, and taking the brand into the public or the customers, they come into picture. And finally, delivering the offerings. Now, nothing is proven. You can make, big size promises, or you can bloat about your products, and you can flaunt about the best things that can happen with the product. But you'll have to deliver for your promises. So deliver offering means it is the process of providing your offerings to the customers in a way that it is able to fulfill the promise of the value it has to provide. So in all of these three areas, or in all of these three tracks, value plays and create offerings for providing the right kind of a value, communicate offering, to describe about the value, deliver offerings, that enhances or gives the value. Now, this is the overall, concept of marketing that I wanted to touch. Okay. Now let's get into the next slide that more or less talks about, the scope of marketing. As I have mentioned here, so the scope of marketing can fall under the bracket of goods and services, events and experiences, people, organization and pieces, ideas and benefit. Now, goods and services, these are pretty much self-explanatory, and you have, I'm sure you have got idea about goods and services. And goods and services, or the offering, they are part and portion of the marketing process. Now, goods and services, they include physical goods, your FMCG, or your electronics items, or automobiles, right? So goods or the tangible goods. And they also, have the services. So service marketing is also one of the key aspects which is under your offering, like the services which are provided by the banks, your telecom providers or marketing agencies, they provide services. Education is another sector. It is a service sector that provide education services, airlines, hotel, hospitality, healthcare. So all these things, they fall under your service category. Now, next, as I mentioned, event and experiences. Now, in today's world, marketers are going beyond, the typical or traditional concept of limiting themselves to goods and services. Now, I'll tell you, let me give you some examples here. Now, there are plays, I mean, you don't go to theater or the cinema halls, let's say IMAX or INOX, those places, just this for the sake of viewing the movie. Now these are the places where experience matter. Now has also become one of the key things, right? Now there are concepts like Ad Labs, Imagica, or I'm from Hyderabad. Here you have Ramoji Film City. Say in US you have the Disneys. Now what are they selling? They are selling experience. I guess some of you might have taken off or traveled during your holiday in a cruise. Now those cruise lines are offering experience. So events and experience, they are also become one of the key things under the scope of marketing. Next, people, organize, and places. Now these include promotion of the personality branding. Why is Amitabh Bachchan so famous? Because there are so many people who have worked behind him and created that brand Bachchan. Okay, so the promotion of notable celebrities or all this person can be categorized on within this bracket. Okay, now at the same time, we have heard about those jargons or the terms like "Make in India." So that's a tagline, or "Incredible in tourism within India." So all these things are there to attract more visitors and make people, organizations, and places more prominent. Now, that's something that has to do with your people, organization, and places marketing. Now, next, when we are talking about those ideas and benefits, now today it is all about storytelling, and how you are able to tell the story in a way that it is able to make a mark within the mindset of the audience does actually matter. So this actually includes the promotion of um, things which are for the public interest, like don't drink and drive or anti-smoking ads. Now these are for a national cause. Or say right now we have so many things or promotions happening for saving power, or say following COVID protocols. Now, all those things are ideas and benefits. Now this in a nutshell covers the overall, just a second, the concept of scope of market. Right. Now let's briefly touch upon few of the functions of marketing. Okay. Now before jumping, yes, I mean you can see, I mean it's there on the screen: market research, market planning, branding, promotion, customer service. Okay. Now these are some of the essential concept within the function of marketing. I don't want to get into details on market research or market planning, branding, promotion. The name, the concept lies within the name itself of these boxes. But just wanted to state one point, that marketing refers to an exchange of goods and services between the producers and consumers in a way that maximizes the satisfaction to the consumer, and satisfaction in terms of delivering the right kind of value. And this is where all the boxes that you are seeing, the various functions of marketing are focused at delivering the right kind of value to the consumer or the customers. So that's why it's very important to have a primary of all these key concepts of about various functions of marketing. Now, I guess with this, Just a second. I'm so sorry. I'm having some issues with moving the slide. Yes. Yeah. Why is marketing important? Now, marketing. I mean, this is a question I'm sure all of you may be having some or other answers. Now, let's examine all these five statements. Marketing, and I'm sure you would agree with me. Okay. Marketing helps defining the purpose for an organization. Now, how do we do it? We do it by researching more about the customers so that a proper identification of the customer happens and the needs and preferences are identified. And with this process of market research, um, proper actions are taken out. And based upon that, those insights, strategies, or the GTM plans, go to market plans are created. Now, marketing helps create awareness for its product and services. Now, this is especially crucial for a brand that launches a product in a market and wants to gain the attention of its consumer. So, mostly relevant for product launch. Now, next, marketing can help zero in on a convenient place for its customer to access its product. Now, this is also one of the key strategies by which you are able to attract or bring the customer to you. Next, marketing helps to create or establish reputation or create a brand image. Now, this is crucial for a brand to gain trust amongst its customer, as well as have the brand recall. So whenever they think about a product or a service category. Now, this image building, brand recall, brand relaunch. So all these things would be some key concepts within marketing. All right. So I guess with this, we have learned more or less most of the concepts about marketing. All right. So these are some of the basic things I thought that it would be important for us to know or make ourselves aware before getting into the core of digital marketing. Now, again, why we are saying, why are we learning marketing, or why am I explaining the concepts of marketing before getting into the topic of digital marketing? No, digital marketing is nothing but it's marketing through the digital channels. So that's why it's very important to have some bit of a primary knowledge or orientation or idea about the concept of marketing than getting into the digital marketing things. Now, I've seen most of the people getting confused with the term digital marketing, and they think that digital marketing is only limited to social media, paid ads, and let's say there are things on search engine optimization. Now, these are the only things which are under your digital marketing umbrella. No. As the concept of marketing is vast, that is how the concept of digital marketing is also vast. It goes beyond all of these things. And the application of digital marketing are immense, and they can be connected to various scenarios. And today's session, maybe in another half an hour, I'm going to cover or touch upon briefly on some of the key things of digital marketing. It won't be a exhaustive, session on digital marketing, but rather I'll try and make it more comprehensive so that you have a broader reach of some of the key concept of digital marketing, and get some kind of an idea or inferences to apply it within your startup or small business enterprise. Now, give me a second. Okay. Now, just a second. Right. So I missed out to hyperlink the page. Okay. Anyways, so it's there. You can search it on YouTube. You'll find. Now, this is an example. Way back in 2005, this would be an exercise. I don't know whether I'll be able to see or see the reactions of the audience here, but maybe this is a small task that we can do. Now, in 2005, a procession attended the funeral of Pope John Paul II, John Paul I. You see? Just carefully look at this image. And I'm going to go get into the viewer mode. Now, guys, you can give your feedback. I just if what kind of a feedback. So what do you see? I'm trying to make it a bit interactive. So what is strange about this image? This was a procession attended of the funeral process, people who are attending the funeral procession of Pope John Paul I in 2005. I'll take a minute. Maybe you all can type in your comment boxes, and just I wanted to see what kind of a comment I'm getting. Team, will I be able to see the comments from the audience?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. All right. Okay, great. So I can see the comments here. Woman is staring, a crowd is there, girl is looking behind, and someone is using the. Any other? Okay, why is it named procession? Okay, my bad. I mean, we'll call it as a, a meeting. Right? So that's a valid question, Lakshika, but yes, maybe she has asked someone to click her picture. All right, good, fair enough. Once again, pay attention to the image. I'm just bringing it onto the screen once again. Have a look at it. Trying to make it slightly interactive. Year 2005, and this is a gathering, so that would be much more appropriate, word to use. A gathering for the funeral of Pope in 2005. Okay. All right. Fine. Thank you, everyone. I mean, thanks for participating in this exercise. So now, 2013, they came back for Pope Francis canonization. All right. Okay, pay attention to this image and feel free to comment on your comment boxes. All right. Lakshika says that only one was using cell phone in the last image. And everyone is using in this image. Perfect, right? Now, this is how the digital has evolved. You know, the digital devices, all these mobile phones, and you know, the mechanism. So customer or the consumer earlier, they were more traditional. And in today's date, with the rise of social media, with the rise of the electronics media, with the rise in the speed of the internet, you know, so things have changed completely. It has changed. So that's why digital marketing is very important in today's context. And this is something you know, that happened in 2013, and we are entering 2022. Now we are talking about marketing and reaching out. We are getting into an age where the concept like beacon marketing, you know, beacon marketing means there are beacons, IoT beacons or sensors are placed at various shopping malls. And the minute you are crossing them, your cell phone is fed with ads. Your each and every movement, online movement, is tracked by the help of cookies. So we marketers know what is happening. And today you can see there are somewhere around 1.2 billion mobile phone subscribers in India. And this data is a bit old. This data was a previously used data. And now the latest data would be somewhere, it would be different. Okay. You can see the total population is 1 billion. Mobile subscription at this point of time, see, 87% of our population is on the mobile phone. So that is how things have changed. Now, digital marketing has also crossed devices. Initially, it started off with the computers. Then it got into your mobile phones. It has gotten into each and every device. And now we are in the age of AI and smartphones and you know, all those the IoT. There has been a humongous rise in the use of the digital marketing and digital channels, right? Now, mobile and your connected devices are all connected with one another, right? I mean, the concept of mobile phones and all those connected devices have been, I would say, these are more or less like clothes that we are wearing. I mean, a person would feel naked or would feel ashamed if he or she is not carrying a mobile phone while someone is going out. You know, that is how it is. Now, by 2020, so this is some old data I'm sharing, we would be having some 500 million video users, because there has been multifold, I would say, increase in terms of the the consumption. Now, these are the very facts which are prompting us to focus more on the digital marketing. And you see all of these, you would be able to identify this thing, which was not that popular earlier, but now Google Assistant or Siri or Alexa have become so popular. So search engine optimization as a concept earlier, which was only limited, it was only limited to searching of keywords which were text based. So now search engine optimization capabilities are getting into the audio search. So that is where your idea, your understanding of the concept of the Google Assistant is pretty important, right? Localization of the searches. Each and every company, the big size enterprises, when they are stepping into a local area or into a certain demography, so they are picking up the language. So now, yesterday I was watching this movie, I guess it's a series, Wheel of Time. It's on Amazon Prime. I may be missing out the title, or I'm not sure what is exactly the name, but I guess it is Wheel of Time. Now that series, I saw that it was available in 8 or 9 languages. So all these web series, when they get released in the OTT platforms, are getting released in multiple languages, not only limiting themselves to the original language of English or the language they were created. So that is how localization of your services and product to fit or suit the demography is also equally important. So language and translation services, they are also part of your digital marketing. All right. So as in the beginning, I mentioned that I'm going to cover some of the basic things, and what I just thought of sharing with you were some key concepts, or not exactly the concepts, or some key things from the world of digital marketing. This is not a exhaustive course where the things are arranged in a systematic manner, but I have tried to capture some of the essential things, and it's just an orientation for you to make up a decision and gain some insights on the topic of digital marketing. So with this, let's get into the next section of identifying few of the top digital marketing trends. The first trend would be the rise of the social media. Now, with digital marketing, let me take a minute in telling you what exactly would cover the concept of digital marketing. Okay, so there are some essential aspects. I mean, say social media marketing can be one of essential of digital marketing. Then you have beyond social media marketing, we hear about content marketing. So that's also part of your digital marketing. Next, when we're talking about, let's say, paid ads. So paid media, let's call it paid media. So paid media is part of your digital marketing. Then we have concepts of account-based marketing. So this is pretty much new, upcoming things. That's also part of your digital marketing. But these are advanced things. Account-based marketing are mostly used in the space of enterprise B2B space, Okay, so these are mostly used in enterprise B2B space. And now so account-based marketing is bringing in more focus into your marketing activities and getting into the space or the concept of personalized marketing. All right. Now, next you have email marketing, right? So that's also part of your digital marketing. We have been hearing about the marketing automation. So this can be also considered as your part of your digital marketing. You would be hearing about more or less tools like Marketo, HubSpot, so which are like CRMs and marketing automation suites. Then your website marketing. So there is no actual structure, but it is, these are the different, I would say, application of marketing in various digital channels. Can be no, we can call it as digital marketing. And there are some essential concepts like your owned media, paid media, and earned media. So these are also some of the essential concepts of your digital marketing. Yes, I missed one more thing. Website marketing, we can call it as search engine optimization. These are some of the things, but digital marketing as a concept, it goes beyond all these elements, and there are so many advanced things. I'll just take some time. I'll share something like, so there is a gentleman called Scott Brinker. Maybe you can take a note of it. And he is one of the leading marketing technologists, and he he comes up with a concept, or I would say he comes up with a infographics on the latest marketing landscape, marketing technology landscape, right? Martech landscape, we'll say. Yes, this is also one of the popular terms that we keep hearing. And he was associated with this concept. I have been following him since last 10 years, and things have been evolving ever since, and you can also check his website, cheapmarktech.com. So maybe all of you can, copy it and do some research on it later on. Let's see. So you want to know the various, I would say, nitty-gritties of digital marketing and how to segment it on the basis of application, on the basis of, I would say, segmentation on the basis of industry. Or so there are different ways of doing it. Now see, he has classified them into advertising promotion, content and experience, social and relationship, commerce and sales, data management. See, so all these numbers are what, these are all tools or initiatives. Like, say, if I want a documentation software, what kind of a choice I have? I can either, if I'm on, I can either go for Microsoft Word, or I can go for, let's say, there is, I'm not sure because mostly I use Microsoft Word, and there are a few applications from Apple, and IBM also has got a few documentation softwares. or let's say, say if I want to create a presentation, I can either use Microsoft PowerPoint, or I can use Apple slide. I can use Google Slides. Okay, so those would be the options, right? So same way, so those are falling under your presentation softwares. So same way within digital marketing, as I mentioned, that there are various categories, and each of those categories can be one area to do a deep dive in. As I explained you in my previous slide, that I have divided the categories as social media marketing, content marketing, paid, ABM, email. These are few. This is just a tip of the iceberg, or I would say this would be at a very superficial layer. Okay. I mean, as a concept-wise understanding of digital marketing. But when you are enlarging this thing, see, advertising promotion, it is more on the paid ad. So you have so much of stuff when it comes to the paid ads. So you have somewhere around today's date, there are around 900 initiatives or companies which are fully into your paid ads. When it comes to content and experience, there are somewhere around 2000 odd companies which are working in that space. When it comes to social and relationship, there are around 2000 who are under social and relationship. Okay, now you can see here. Now, it's pretty minute. Just try and pay attention. Maybe you also have access to the link, so you can open it up in your systems. Now you see there is this interactive contents, and these are the ones who are working on interactive contents. Like you have Adobe, you have so many things which are falling under your interactive content. Interactive content means, say, I'll give you an example. Of late, if you have been watching movies on Netflix, or you must be watching videos on YouTube, so there are hot buttons which are placed by which you can go to that section directly by clicking on it. So that is how you're interacting. Now, interactive content, I'll give you another. Interactive video is also is something which is also pretty much, it is gaining popularity. There was this okay, see, the way your presentations or are interactive, so likewise your videos have, in today's date, they are getting interactive. You see, wait a second, I'll give you an example. See, this is actually a sorry, it's working or it's not working. This is actually a video content. I mean, the concept is it's they do it with the help of HTML5, and yeah, this is another example. Let me see if it is working. Oh, it's also not working. Interactive video examples. This is a popular brand called Mango. I'm not sure whether you are able to hear the sound. See, here there is a button. If I click on it, I'm getting to buy this. It's getting to the promotion page, or the page where it has the brand has gotten listed. Now this is a new form of marketing. See, so this also is digital marketing, interactive videos. So this is up, and this is also catching up, and corporates are also adopting all of this content. So let me share this with you. Right? Okay. So we'll go to Scott Brinker's page and we'll just see few of the other elements. Now, just go through it. You'll find all of these things. So this, I would say, it's a exhaustive list, and which is going to, tell you that digital marketing is not just SEO and social media marketing. It's much more and beyond. You have CRMs, you have email marketing, where tools like your Email Octopus, MailChimp, and there are so many other tools which come into picture. It's also creation of graphics and all those stuff using tools like Canva. It's also your Zoom is also your digital marketing. Digital marketing is also putting up paid ads, programmatic paid ads. So the concept, it's very difficult to cover everything within a single class, a single session. Okay, so having said that, let me get back to our presentation. Right, so we'll touch upon a few. I'll spend in next 15 minutes, I'm going to touch upon a few key concepts. Okay, it won't be a detailed deep dive, but yes, you will come to know, because you are attending a session on digital marketing. You are not I would say you can tell, okay, I know some stuff on social media marketing, because that is what is part of digital marketing. I know something on email marketing, or I know something about let's say paid ads or SEO. So all those key concept, I'll try and touch upon briefly. Right? Okay. Rise of social media, you can there are a few statistics. So but social media is much more beyond all of these things, and these are some of the things on social media that you may be seeing in today's date. TikTok is gone, so we have apps like Koo is also has become pretty popular. Okay, and this was one example. Maybe I'll see if it has got a hyperlink. No, I don't have a hyperlink here. Now, this was an example where TikTok as a medium was used, while it was not banned in India. So how they were able to, now you can see a lot of ads coming from things like your Facebook. So you can see a lot of ads which are coming out from Facebook. Okay. Yes, video and chat is indeed driving the commerce. Now we are getting into an era where we are talking more of voice and chat based things, and there are key concepts like your chatbots and voice assistants, which are changing the overall behaviors. And this is where your the chatbots are being leveraged at a big scale. You see, this is one of an example of how WhatsApp chatbots are used to do promotional activities. And let's see. Okay, now there are some good statistics which talks about the voice search. I also talked about it briefly in the initial during my initial session. What all things voice search, I mean, why voice also has become a part of the SEO strategy. So it's more or less this is also equally important. So Google voice search is also a important area where all those searches are getting pretty much popular. And same way you have it for Amazon Echo or Alexa. And yes, just a second. Okay, so localization is also one of the key concepts. You can see, as I explained it at the beginning, that it's very important for your product or services to make them regional, so that your audience is able to relate and they are able to connect with the language. And local language is something which has taken a front seat. And you can see, so there are some statistics which have come up. So in 2016, we had, um, around 234 million Indian language internet users, and 175 English language users. Now look at the statistics in 2021. You see there has been, you know, more than 100% rise with the increase of the Indian language users within the internet. And with English language, it still, so there hasn't been much of an increase. Now that's, so these are popular statistics or research, so that are prompting marketers to switch into Indian languages. And same is happening with the social media. And of late, we have seen more number of all those ads coming in local language than in English language. Now, this is evident that Indian language users have overtaken English language users. We have 234 million Indian language internet users. So 9 out of 10 new internet users would be Indian language users. Okay. And within the Indian language also, even if Hindi is quite popular, so there has been constant stress on focusing on various other languages. Now, 38% of internet users in India are from are using Hindi language, but other than this, 33% are using the other language. Okay, and there are languages like Marathi and Bengali who have the most number of internet users, and at the same time, Telugu and Tamil are also equally popular. Now, you see, this is an example which is from Khadims. Now, Khadims is a popular shoe brand. And here you can see 62% of the overall store visits achieved for Khadim during 1 month of putting vernacular ads. Okay. And so now your audience, you need not be just focusing on the English speaking elite class. Okay, but in terms of the population, in terms of the prominence, it is the overall masses. Okay, so you'll have to, if you want to reach out to the masses, you'll have to come out of that psychology of, just putting it in English language. Okay, for the elite class. And as a startup or a small medium business enterprise, where primarily your consumers or your customers may be from the non-English speaking community, and they have huge potential, and they have a huge population. So it's very important that all those targets are not missed out, and it's important that you are focusing on those kind of target. Now, there are a few other examples just wanted to cover. Now, this is a case study which is on a low cost finance software. I mean, to do petty finance stuff, or daily small transaction, keeping an account of small transactions. Now, the case study is also available in the YouTube. Now here you can see, now this is known as the Khata book, where there has been a 73% more increase in the app installs, while it was compared to while they were promoting it using the English language. Now, all of these things are evident that it's very important to do your promotion in the vernacular language. Now, let's, as I mentioned, that I'll be covering few of the concepts. So I'll, at a high level, I'm going to touch upon all those things. I'll just, give you a brief introduction. Now, today's digital marketing, it's, as you can see, it has got its all these arms, and from that graphics or the infographics from Scott Brinker, it is much more and beyond what you are seeing just now on your screen are just superficial things which are which are like minute dust which are on the tip of the iceberg. You have the concept of e-commerce, search engine, your management, you have app development, web design, SEO, search engine optimization, video production, email marketing, content marketing, social media, ORM, which is online reputation management. So if somebody is saying something bad on the internet, so how do you put content so that the bad messages are overshadowed by your concepts? So all these things are pretty much covered under the wing of your ORM. Now next, again, let's also, I have a similar looking graphics which is more or less talking on the various pillars of digital marketing. Just let me do a quick time check. So I guess we still have 20 more minutes to go, and maybe within 10 minutes I should be able to cover briefly touch upon all this 8 or 9 concepts. Website analysis, creation and monetization, SEO, ORM, content marketing, web analytics, social media marketing, paid marketing, email and CRM, mobile marketing, affiliate influencer marketing. Now, these are some of the key concepts right now. I'll just touch upon at a very high level. Now, with the first thing of the website analysis. Now, as I said, website analysis is, so this is where your the concepts of your various tools, such as your various website analysis tools and Google Analytics tool, visitor tracking. Now, today we are doing visitor tracking through tools like your lead feeder. So this is one example called lead feeder. So you can also, you will be able to get some details of it. So this is one of the, although you do website analysis and tracking is through Google Analytics. So Google Analytics is a software or a platform. So that, and you want more, you want to do certification on Google Analytics. So you can also get the details within Google, you can search it out. So you need to place it so as to track the information about who is visiting your website. Now, about as far as, just a second. Okay. You can see, so this is the platform of Google Analytics that tells you so how many people have come to your site and how many sessions they had, the bounce rate. So this is what all information that your Google Analytics as a tool is going to track. Now, lead feeder is more advanced than Google Analytics, which gives you actual information of the people who have visited by tracking their IP. and it will tell you whether they are from your company or they are there, and it can be connected and integrated with your CRM, which is your customer relationship management tool, and it can track how many of your customers have actually visited your website, how many of your prospects have visited your website. So all these key concepts are also equally important while we are, trying to understand the concept of website analysis. Now, website creation would be, I mean, how you are creating a robust website. Your concept of SEO and all these things, the landing pages and the blog, so they are also essential part of your website analysis. Okay. Now, having said SEO, now let's look at the SEO, right? Now SEO here, as you know, it is search engine optimization and search engine analysis, you can also call it as. Now here it has got this essential concept of creating the content, and these are the different aspects of the SEO: content, social, usability, analytics, I'm sorry for the typo, link building, and keywords. Now search engine, it's very important to understand what is search engine. I mean, today Google is so popular that we have not thought of any other search engine than Google. But there are search engine like dogpile.com. Okay. Now these are Dogpile. In fact, it's a meta search engine uh, um, that is a combination of various search engines put together. And you have examples like Bing. And by the way, the top search engines of the world, top search engine, I'm searching it on Google. All right, let it take. I'll just go back to my slides. Okay, now there are search engines like your Bing, and one of the highest the search engine with highest number of users is Baidu, which is in fact a Chinese search engine, because the population of China is more, and in the entire China they speak Chinese, and it's actually Mandarin that is spoken. So this search engine uses Chinese. So it's so that is how it is one of the highest used search engine. Now search engine, how you are optimizing, how you are creating the content, so that your search engine are able to identify it, and they are able to index them or list them within their, within themselves, is actually is very important. So it's when you want to get into the search engine marketing, it's very important how you are able to index your pages within the search engine, and how you're able to take care of the best practices, how you are able to maintain the hygiene of your web page. So those are some of the relevant things which would be the part of your search engine. A third important thing, which is part of digital marketing, is your content marketing. Now, how you are able to create the content. If there are certain contents which are already available, how you are repurposing the content. So that's also equally important, because it's very difficult to create original content every time and anytime. So maybe if you are having a blog which is available on your website, because you are a startup, you cannot afford to have $1 million content marketing team. So you'll have to make best use of the available resources. You got to be more frugal with your approach, and you'll have to pick tactics and things which are able to help you in creation of more content with less time, and which are also eye catchy. Now maybe there are blogs which are available with you. So what you can do, you can take those blogs and you can convert those blogs into ebooks. Okay, I'll tell you how to do that. Let's say you have a tool. I'll give you a demo on it. Let's say there is, I'll just go to some website, content marketing. I'll just type content marketing or digital marketing blog, I'll say. I mean, that will also be helpful. Social media marketing would be a good thing. Social media marketing blog. Okay. Now you see, now I was able to get, I'll just go back. You see, this is a blog topic which is available, right? And these are some techniques or hacks for small business and businesses and startups. So they can, these are tried tested techniques which can be immediately used. And say you want to produce content, and what you have, you just have a blog. So you can create a ebook out of this blog. Ebook, what is that tool? Just give me a second. I'm just trying to fetch something. So there are tools like Canva, which are used for creation of ebooks, and there are a number of other tools also which are equally available. I'm just trying to give you some example. Give me a second. I'll get it. So there is a tool called Designer, so which can create fantastic ebooks without much of an effort. Now, so I'm trying to log into that tool. What is social media marketing? Okay, so this is the URL. So I straight away I copy that URL and I get into this tool. I'm pasting it. And I click on next. And I'll just go for digital marketing. Okay. And I'll just pick something. I'm randomly, I have selected. Don't go by the cover page or anything. So this is a tool by which you would be able to create ebook in less than a minute. Okay, so my pages and everything it picked up, and I'll just try and publish it. Author would be digital marketer. So it'll take, within, see, my ebook is ready, and it also has a flip book option. So I clicked on the Flipbook, and I'll also show you how a PDF. Now, Flipbook is another concept where, you can flip the pages. You see, my ebook is ready. See how much time did I take to create this thing? Just a second, let me download it. Okay. You can see, I'll just make it full screen. And so this is my ebook. It is ready. So there was a blog, and it did not take me a minute by applying certain tools and creating a ebook. Of course, there would be time which would be required to, do a content check and exclude not make it plagiarize. You cannot, the way I did it, you cannot just literally copy links and then generate and create ebook and tell that it is your own. But in fact, you can do some bit of a research, and if you own that asset, if you have blogs which are available by using tools like Designer, so you would be able to create fantastic ebook in less time, right? So this is the tool that I used for creating ebook. Now let's get back to presentation. Now, yes, so that is more or less on the content marketing. Now, your web analytics, I have covered it, or I have touched this thing. So you have tools like Google Analytics, you have Webmaster Tools, you have Google Tag Manager, and there is SEMrush. So all these things are used for doing your web analytics. And you do more research on these terms, so you would be able to fetch more information from the internet, okay? And you should be able to do a proper thing out there. Gain more knowledge on it. Okay, finally we that's the core thing which is also there. Of today's session, that is social media marketing. You see all of these different social media channels. So how you are effectively using all these channels to reach out to your target audience. So that is what social media marketing is all about. Now, social media marketing, we use different tools. Now, one of the popular tool is your Buffer. So I'll just provide you the link. Maybe you can go through it. Now, it would be, so Buffer is a single place by which you can integrate, you can add all of your social channels, and you can do a posting on Buffer, and it manages all of your channels, and you can auto schedule, or you can schedule your posts, and you can see who all are following you. You can increase your followers, you can bring in more, I would say sophisticated engagement by user tools like Buffer. So similar tool, just like Buffer, is Hootsuite, which manage. Maybe you can do the Hootsuite. I'll share the link. Just a second. So you can platform, and you would be able to get more details on it. Finally, there are things like paid advertising. Hello, are you able to hear me? I guess I
Yes,
have some internet
yes,
issue
yes.
or something. All right, great, fine. So it was scary, the pop-up, right? So paid advertising, as the name suggests, you are putting money in promoting yourself, and this is done through popular channels like your Google AdWords, Facebook, Instagram Ad Manager. You have Amazon and Flipkart paid campaigns. You have Quora, you have LinkedIn, Twitter, and there are a lot of other things, other stuff which are around, right? So those are all part of your paid ads. So I don't have sufficient time to cover paid ad, but yes, so there are resources which are available on the internet. So you can explore these resources or the blogs to get more information on paid ads. So there are some important concepts like your RTB, okay, real-time bidding, which is one of the key concepts. And I'll just give you an example. I mean, there is a small stuff that I can cover. Let's say if I'm searching for social media marketing services, social media marketing services. Now, social media marketing services, this is a keyword that I have typed in Google. Now, you see, when I put this, so there are information of some, all these guys who, I mean, all these things which are getting listed. So these listings are from organic sources. So these are as a result of your SEO activity. At the top you have a featured snippet. So here this is a paid activity, and at the bottom, wait a second. You see, now when I put B2B content marketing services, irrespective of the spelling mistake that I did, now you see all of these elements are coming at the top. So there are three at the top, one, two, I don't know the third one, why it's not appearing. So there are around three which come at the top, and there are around four of these ads which will come at the bottom. So these are as a result of your Google AdWords. So that is a service from Google. I'm just scrolling down to the bottom. I can see it, but it should be there. Okay, it depends on the query, the type of query you are putting. So you can see here it's mentioned as ad. So when you are clicking on it, it will take you to a page where you can see it will take you to a landing page where that service is getting promoted. Okay. Next, you can see here there is a paid ad from LinkedIn. So LinkedIn wanted to promote. So LinkedIn is also a channel where it is providing all of these services. And so they are also cross leveraging services. Like Google may be putting up their services within the LinkedIn channels. And LinkedIn, here you saw an example where LinkedIn had put up and had taken the AdWord service in order to promote itself on Google. So that's more or less on the paid ad. So finally, I have a slide on email marketing. So email marketing through email automation tools like your Email Octopus and email Mailchimp. You can run campaigns on a database, and then you can reach out to your audiences. So that's in a nutshell. At a high level, I tried to cover most of the stuff. I know it was towards the later half I tried to um, accelerate or do it in a haste, but overall my objective was to give you, considering a generic background of you guys, my objective was to provide you an orientation to the world of marketing, especially social media marketing, which is a part of your digital marketing. uh I guess I have so that's it. That was my uh, you know I guess that was my time. And over to you, Mr. Dr. Aditya. So you can take it from here. If viewers have any questions, I'm ready to answer them.
Okay. So participants, those who have any questions regarding this session, they can switch on their videos and or they can put their question in the chat box also. Okay.
Okay, as far as the PPT is concerned, I did not get time to put some original content, and what I did was I scanned through few things here and there. So it's not a copyright protected deck. So I have taken up content from various places, and then so I'm going to share a PDF version. So maybe for your reference, but it is not for commercial purpose. So I'll just remove my details, and you can just use it as a.
Oops.
Thank you, sir, for such a knowledgeable session.
Omji, can you unmute yourself? Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I was speaking on mute.
No, actually,
Right. So, so on the PPT, I was just mentioning on the PPT. It's not an original presentation. So I have taken content from various places, and I have also not accredited the authors. So, but nevertheless, I'm going to share a PDF version with the references, so you guys can use it. But it would be only for knowledge purpose. Don't use it or put it on the social media.
Sure. So any queries, those students who have any queries, they can switch on their mic and they can ask the question, or videos also. Or they can put their query in the chat box also.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. I'm glad that I was able to, I got this opportunity and I could, share as much as I could. But keep yourself hungry in terms of knowing more. And there are some links I have shared, so I'm sure you'll find them handy. Yeah, just explore them as well.
So I think nobody has any questions.
Puranji, and the sites which you have shared, are they paid one or are they free?
No, those sites are paid sites.
Paid sites.
But I mean, there are a lot of resources which are available, which are for free. I also share a couple of resources. So there are number of certification that students can do. I can mention. So there is one called HubSpot certification. So if some of you know or don't know about it, so there are a couple of certification which are absolutely free. So student can explore these courses, and there are a lot of certifications which are from Google and Facebook, which are also available, which will give them more knowledge on digital marketing. And there are some popular social media influencers whose blog students can follow, and they are definitely hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they are definitely help them. So I just gave HubSpot certification. So okay, just a second. Let me also share a few more. Like so there's a guy called Neil Patel. He is also very popular in the digital marketing circuit. So students can start following the content, and all these resources are very much helpful um, in developing one's knowledge. And Neil Patel, and there is Moblog. Moblog. Just a second, I'm just. And if and there are a lot of webinars, also free webinars, which are available. Google. There is one digital garage from Google, so that has where one can also learn about a lot of skills, and definitely the team can take advantage of these things, right? See, most of the things in the best things in life are free, right? So there are a lot of material and content which are available on YouTube, and so students can certainly make use of those content and then bring them up to speed with or making them familiar with digital marketing. Yeah.
So I think, yes, we are done with the today's session. So thank you so much, Mr. Om Puran, and giving your valuable information, sharing the valuable information and your experience with the students, participants, with the faculty members. And I hope what you have shared will boost their knowledge in terms of digital marketing and all, so that they can use this thing in the future endeavors. So once again, thank you, Mr. Om Puran.
Thank you so much, Dr. Aditya. The pleasure is all mine, and thank you for giving me an opportunity to share my experience and thought process with the audience out here. Feel free to reach out to me and for any kind of a query or any kind of a guidance. So I'll be more than happy to help you with any kind of a help. And it was thanks being lovely audience. Yeah, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Now I kindly request all the participants to switch on their camera for the group picture.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Take care.
So again, feedback form is to be filled by all the
Yes.
students and
Yeah.
all the faculty members.
Yes.